I'm Lisa Pickering, and welcome to CITV's Press Talk. Here's your most recent news and information from the Government of Bermuda.
Premier, Honourable Ministers, Members of the Senate, Members of the House of Assembly, ladies and gentlemen, it's my formal duty under Articles 58 and 61 of the Constitution to appoint ministers by instrument under public seal. This is my first such ceremony since my arrival as Governor, and I'm very pleased to be hosting it. The formal part of the ceremony will take place shortly, where the oaths will be read and the relevant instruments will be signed. But I'm grateful to the Deputy Cabinet Secretary and my own staff for helping with the arrangements for this ceremony. But of course, in carrying out my duties, I act in accordance with the advice of the Premier, and therefore let me hand over, please, to you, Premier, to offer a few words. Sir.
Thank you, Your Excellency, and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming on this beautiful afternoon. As Premier, it is my duty to make sure that the government provides the people of Bermuda with the leadership and the service that they need to live on an even playing field in safety and with opportunity. A critical instrument to achieve these things is through appointments of cabinet ministers, and through the collective wisdom of cabinet, direct the resources of government toward meeting the needs of our people. The makeup of cabinet is a team that is subject to change from time to time, depending on the developments and, of course, opportunities. And so today, in light of this, I am here to announce some changes to the cabinet team. A few days ago, our honorable colleague, Minister R. Wayne Scott, informed me that he would like to pursue opportunity outside of politics. I certainly respect his wishes, and so I have accepted his intention to step down from cabinet. Wayne has served with dedication and enthusiasm in his 2 years as the Education Minister, and before that, in the current Ministry of Social Development and Sport. I have always appreciated his tireless energy, his advice, and his trusted support. I wish him the very best in his future endeavors, and he has assured me of his continued support for the OBA government in the House of Assembly, where he always debates with spirit and conviction, and bringing added strength to the backbench and at the next election. So to replace that vacancy, I have asked Cole Simons to serve as the Education Minister. I think Cabinet is well aware that I have great confidence in Cole. He's a proud Bermudian who carries that pride wherever he goes and with whatever he does. Minister Simons has proved himself to be a very capable performer in Cabinet, moving issues forward for consultation and decision, and providing a perspective that brings into play his vast business experience, his compassion for others, and his love for our community. Minister Simons is eager to take the baton from Minister Scott, and in our talks about this new appointment, he made it very clear to me that there is no more important work than the work to make it sure that our Bermuda's youth get the education that they need to realize their potential and their dreams. That's the kind of commitment that can make a difference. I look forward to Minister Simons joining with the education professionals from the ministry right through to the classroom to strengthen that classroom experience for our students. Minister Sylvan Richards will serve as the Minister of Environment and Planning. Minister Richards remains a very strong presence at the cabinet table, using his experience in international business and his community awareness to progress public concerns and needs. We all know that the environment is critical to the quality of our life and our success as a destination. Bermuda's beauty needs to be preserved and protected and to sparkle, and those objectives will be central to the work. In addition, as our economy continues to strengthen, planning will be at the forefront of the growth of our people. And I'm pleased to announce that Junior Minister Nandi Outerbridge will serve as Minister for Social Development and Sport. One of my main aims as Premier is to do what I can, keep those doors open to our young people who wish to serve, who wish to get involved and let them know that their participation and their views are critical to advance Bermuda. In addition, those of us with the experience are expected to nurture, support, and help grow our younger members. I've worked with Nandi for nearly 5 years now, and I can say with conviction that she is smart, organized, and very strong. Nandi has grown from year to year in confidence and knowledge. She has proven herself as an MP, as government house leader, party whip, and she has carried forward her responsibilities as Junior Minister for Social Development and Sport with seriousness and energy. Nandi is ready to take the next step, and so I'm pleased here this afternoon to announce her appointment as Minister of this very important portfolio. Now let me reflect just for a minute. It is clear that Nandi got in politics out of concern for the safety and future of her young son. And I can think of no greater motivation for public service than a young mother stepping forward as Nandi did 5 years ago. She is deeply aware of the needs and the happenings across our community, and I believe that she is well suited to this post. And finally, I'm pleased to announce that MP Leah Scott will serve as Junior Minister of Education. MP Scott has shown a deep desire to improve education, and I am sure that the partnership with Minister Simons will provide tangible benefits to our children and to the entire public education system. Your Excellency, colleagues, families, friends, and members of the media, all other ministers will remain in place. As the government team, we are committed to moving Bermuda forward, and in doing so, with continued urgency. This cabinet is ably supported by a very strong backbench and, of course, the Senate team. Each and every one of them is worthy of a cabinet appointment. In closing, as your government, we have made progress. We have ended years of decline. However, there is much more work that needs to be done. Now that focus must remain on extending the recovery, opportunity, and hope into every household across the island. That is the mission of this government that serves you. So HE, with those brief comments, now it's time for the official work to happen. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Premier, for your remarks. And now let me please invite Mrs. Outerbridge to come forward to take the oath, and we will then sign the relevant documentation. Mrs. Outerbridge.
You need my glasses?
No, I'm good. I have my contacts. I, Nandi Outerbridge, being appointed a minister, do swear that I will do my best of my judgment at all times when so required, freely give my counsel and advice to the governor or any person for the time being lawfully performing the functions of that office, for the good management of the public affairs of Bermuda, and I do further swear that I will not on any account, at any time whatsoever, disclose the counsel, advice, opinion, or vote of any particular minister or junior minister, and that I will not accept the authority of the cabinet, except with the authority of the cabinet, and to such extent as may be required for the good judgment, the good management of the affairs of Bermuda, directly or indirectly reveal the business or proceedings of the cabinet, or the nature or concerns of any documents communicated to me as a minister, or any matter coming to my knowledge in the capacity as such, and that in all things I will be true and faithful minister.
Thank you, Minister.
So help me God.
Thank you, Minister. Please come forward. And now please let me invite Ms Scott to come forward and take the oath of allegiance and the oath for execution of the office of Junior Minister. Madam.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Nice glasses.
You're welcome. I, Leah Kimberly Scott, do swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, her heirs and successors, according to law, so help me God. I, Leah Kimberly Scott, being appointed as a junior minister to assist the Minister of Education, do swear that I will, to the best of my judgment, at all times when so required, freely give my counsel and advice to the governor or any other person for the time being, lawfully performing the functions of that office, for the good management of the public affairs of Bermuda, and I do further swear that I will not, on any account, at any time whatsoever, disclose the counsel, advice, opinion, or vote of any particular minister or junior minister, and that I will not, except with the authority of the Cabinet, and to such extent as may be required for the good management of the affairs of Bermuda, directly or indirectly, reveal the business or proceedings of the Cabinet, or the nature or contents of any documents communicated to me as junior minister, or any matter coming to my knowledge in my capacity as such, and that in all things I will be a true and faithful junior minister. So help me God.
Thank you, Minister. Please come. And it's, first of all, this document at the top. Yes, please. And I also need to sign here. That is the form, and that's it. Congratulations. And now, Premier, if I may, let me invite Mrs Outerbridge to come forward and say a few words. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I first want to thank the Premier for giving me this opportunity to serve in Cabinet. Throughout my time as a Member of Parliament and Government, the Premier has provided encouragement, support, and wise counsel, and it has been appreciated not just by me, but by my family and colleagues. I also want to use this occasion to express my appreciation for the support extended to me by all my colleagues. This is a big step for me, and I understand the responsibility and expectations to perform for the welfare of others. I say this because I have watched my colleagues working hard to live up to the meaning and demands of public service. It is not an easy business. The path to good results is never straight, but time and again I have watched them persevere to achieve them. I will also add that I'm a part of a generation who are very solution-driven and love to see results. In recent years, it has proven that young people have the ability to thrive in the workplace. We have seen younger presidents step forward for community clubs, younger persons move up the corporate ladder, and in an economic climate which has been described as a danger zone, we have seen young entrepreneurs thrive and set up successful businesses. In terms of service, I bring to the table my life's experiences, an understanding as a young Black Bermudian and a former athlete who wants a future with no ceilings, as a mother who wants a safe Bermuda that allows our children to flourish, and as the elected member for St. George's who wants the old town to continue to thrive and grow. I intend to apply all that I am to the job. As the new Minister for Social Development and Sport, I could not be more humbled by the appointment. Since my appointment as Junior Minister, I've had a close-up view of the challenges and opportunities before my ministry. I stand ready to engage all Bermudians, but particularly our young generation, because without us, there is no future. I intend to keep my mission simple and that is to exercise the mandate of the ministry to help people where we can as directly as we can using the resources at our disposal. Finally, I thank you again, Premier, for having the confidence in me. I thank you for giving this young Bermudian a seat at the table. This is an awesome responsibility, and I will do my utmost to serve the people and to justify your faith in me.
Thank you, Minister. I may now also invite Ms. Scott to come and say a few words. Ma'am.
Be quiet. I'm going to behave, I promise. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm not going to cry. First of all,
for you, girl.
I want to say thank you to the Premier for having faith in me, because I know that I have been a challenge. But I truly, really only want what's best for Bermuda. And I think that Bermuda has the team that is best positioned to take us where we need to be. I'd like to thank my team for supporting me, because I know that there have been times when they have been very unhappy with me, but I genuinely only want to do what is best for this country. I know that sometimes my opinions do not always coincide with that of the government or the party, but I believe at the end of the day we truly only have one perspective, and that is to take Bermuda to the place that it needs to be. So thank you again for the opportunity. Thank you, colleagues, and I'm looking forward to working with you, Minister Outerbridge, and I would like to congratulate you for your seat at the table.
Just remember, you're working with that minister over there too, education. Congratulations, girl. If members of the media, if you have any questions, very quickly, but my colleagues will be available to answer your questions one-on-one afterwards, so it's your choice. Nia, any questions, Nia?
Premier, this is the fourth Minister of Education under the OBA government. I think that bodes well for public education.
Gary, let me answer it this way. I have full confidence in this minister to continue on the good work that Minister Scott was doing. We realize that we have a tremendous amount of work to take place, and so we're going to move forward and continue to make progress.
Let me ask it differently. If it were a business, do you think a business would be doing well if it were to change a CEO, 4 CEOs in the space of 5 years?
Well, the Minister of Education is not the CEO. I'm the CEO of this operation right here, and I'm making sure that we have the best team available.
But the Minister of Education is in charge of public education.
Well, Gary,
Responsible for public education.
let me just reflect back. Minister Scott has made the decision, which I respect. And let me just give a little bit of context to what's going on here. Service in public life. I feel comfortable with my hand on the Bible while I talk. Service in public life is difficult because we have political parties that continue to squabble back and forth across the aisle and out in the public. And the people don't want that anymore. We have a difficulty getting people involved in public life because of that. We also have a difficulty, if you are involved in public life, finding a career through that period and after that period. And we need to recognize that. And if we want to make sure that we get more people involved in politics, and if we want to make sure that after politics people can get back involved in what they love doing, we need to raise our game. We need to talk about the issues and stop talking about the personalities. That's the answer to that question.
Just thank you, Premier. Just let me also formally state that as Governor I have today signed the instrument of revocation in relation to former Minister Scott's responsibilities. I thank him for his service as a minister, and I have also today been pleased to sign the instruments of alteration of responsibilities for Minister Simons and Minister Richards, and I join in congratulating them on their new responsibilities. That brings an end to the formal proceedings, Premier, Ministers, ladies and gentlemen, but please do join us for a cup of tea or coffee after this event. Thank you.
You've been watching Press Talk on CITV. Join us next time for all your government news and information. I'm Lisa Pickering.